Hi guys, today we're going to fix the oil leak on the FG. Finally the part has turned up, so we'll be able to get that sorted. Just sort of waiting for the motor to cool down a bit. It's still a bit warm. It should be okay though, won't be too bad. I shouldn't burn myself on anything. Everything's pretty cool at the moment. I was just going through and I was going to change spark plugs actually, but realised that my socket set I have doesn't have deep enough sockets for the spark plugs, so I can't actually get the socket onto the spark plug. They're too long, so I need some deeper sockets. But anyway, it's a good idea just to pull the coil cover off and check out your coils. These are genuine Ford ones, so they'll be all good. So I'll have to go to Super Cheap sometime this week and go get some new sockets, or maybe a new socket set or something, and get some deeper sockets to take these spark plugs out, but that's okay. I'll chuck all this stuff back on and then we'll get into fixing this oil leak. Alright, so things have cooled down enough now that I should be able to stick my fingers in there without getting too burnt. So I'll have to set this up in a place that you guys can sort of see what I'm doing, and yeah, we'll get into it. Alright, so first off, I'm going to want to put a rag underneath it. Get a rag underneath there to try and hopefully catch any oil. Don't need any more spilling out anywhere. It's just so annoying. It's just such a fiddly little spot. Nothing's ever easy, I'll tell you that. Just trying to get this plug off, but even that's a challenge. I hate these sort of things. Very tight, fiddly little areas to get into. Very annoying. I always like pushing right at the back of the plug, thinking that's where the little clip thing was. I just happened to slide my fingers forward a bit further, and sure enough, there was the little clippy bit. So it's only a very, I'll get the camera so you can see. So it's only a very little plug for those people who haven't touched their oil feed or anything like that, or installed a oil pressure gauge or anything. But there, as you can see on the back of the plug, it's a bit hard to zoom in when I don't have a spare hand. Hang on a second, I'll be able to see it a bit better. There we go. Yeah, so on the back of the plug there's just a tiny little push down bit. I was going right for the back, so I was obviously getting no leverage on that, but anyway, finally got it. Annoying thing, so yeah, we'll get the socket onto that and it should come off. Alright, so after much annoyance and fiddling, I finally got it. Finally got it. That here is the oil pressure sender or switch unit. This is the bit I'm going to be swapping out with the new one, and then chuck a new copper washer on it, and then hopefully it'll not leak anymore. Fingers crossed. Alright, so that's it out there with the copper washer, and that was how I got it out. Now I'm sure you don't have to, I know you don't have to do it that way, but that was just easiest. And here's this copper washer. It's got a bit of a, I don't know, it hasn't, I don't think it's pushed up flush to the face, which is possibly why it was leaking. So anyway, I've got a couple spare, so we might try them and hope for the best. So basically I tried to undo this with a socket, a deep socket, but it's too tight. The thread actually has a bit of like Loctite or something on it. As you can see with the new one, it's got some blue thread. It's not thread tape, but it's like a Loctite sort of thing. So that won't come off without being in a vise. If it focuses, there we go. So yeah, I'll just replace the washers and then see how we go. Hopefully that'll be about it. It's not crucial that I replace this anyway, because this isn't actually what's leaking. I'd say that this washer, it's probably had its life and it's done now. There's a bit of a lip on this, and yeah, I think it's finished, with copper being such a soft material. But anyway, I just wanted to replace this so I wouldn't have any issues with this failing. Not that I will for a while, until I get a vise at least. So at the new joint, at least I'll be able to get a vise and set this up properly. But for now, we'll just keep this as a spare, ready to go for the next time. Replace this washer, and then hopefully we don't have any more issues. Alright, so I've got my new copper washer. Time to get flexible and stick that on. So that's on now. Put the oil pressure sender back on and it'll be sweet. Alright, chuck this on. Okay, time to get the crazy looking extendo socket in there. Sort of got to push it and maneuver it. It's not wanting to play the game. Typical. Alright, that's tight on there now, so that should hopefully do it. Alright, not that you can really see it, but that's finally all when it focuses on the right thing. Now it's just a matter of taking that clip, or plug I should say, and putting it back on. Okay, hopefully that'll sort it out and it'll stop leaking, which should be great, but time will tell. Alright, so that's all on there now. Looks to be nice and tight and hopefully is all good. Might just start it up, have a look for any leaks. Anyway guys, that's the end of today's video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you at the next one.